earning $50,000 to $60,000 annually as a teenager. That's just one of the possibilities for students enrolled in the growing aerospace program in Charlotte County. To help deliver on that prospect, the school district is building an airplane hangar at Charlotte High and a second hangar at the district's adult program at Punta Gorda Airport. WGCU's Sandra Viktorova looks at what these projects could mean for students and the growth of new businesses in the area.
Nina Dotris loves practicing her pilot skills on a flight simulator at school. It might not seem like a big deal until you understand how much she's always hated planes.
I used to see a plane like, oh, please don't crash. The idea of being in a cockpit and flying was absolutely terrifying to me. My mom says, Nina, you gotta make yourself a little uncomfortable.
The high school senior took her mom's advice, signing up for the aviation assembly course, part of Charlotte High's Aerospace program. And now
I realized, wow, this is like amazing. I actually was talking to my mom, like, Mom, I could be an air traffic controller. And she goes, well, that's a really stressful job. I'm like, I know, but they pay so much money.
Nina credits the program with opening her up to new career options. Students here learn about the manufacturing and repair of a plane's framework.
We're going to start using our O-scope probe now.
And how aircraft are powered. The district wants to make their aviation program a national leader, and that's why it's building an estimated $5 million hangar on school property. Brian Granstra is with Charlotte County Public Schools.
So it allows us to recreate real-world scenarios that the students will be engaging and preparing them for the workforce.
If somebody comes out and sees a beautiful airplane and it's in a nice hangar and you see the engine, partially dismantled, and you start to see the magic when it comes to building and maintaining an engine, but then they say, hey, I can get paid pretty well for this job. I think it turns on a lot of lights for kids and especially their parents, because a lot of parents say, oh no, we need you to go off and get that 4-year degree and whatever you're going to do, and they have the courage to say, hey, Mom and Dad, look at this job and look how cool it is.
Mike Miller, Vice President for Space Florida, says this free training will also lead students to jobs in fields related to aviation and space, like robotics and cybersecurity. He says the region benefits too by attracting new companies.
So the Orion spacecraft, which sits on top of Artemis, which is ultimately going to try to get back to the moon here in the next couple of years, but it has over 1,000 suppliers bringing parts and mechanisms to that individual capsule. 600 of those suppliers are not in the state of Florida. So what we'd love to see happen is, even if they're building something over on the Space Coast, having it come from Punta Gorda is a lot easier than bringing it in from Chicago or from California.
The same day the school district celebrated the hangar's groundbreaking, it also signed an agreement with Space Florida to become a space academy.
Great day.
That means the school commits to connecting students with high-demand credentials and skills needed to work in the aerospace industry.
We are putting things on orbit for all different manners, for agriculture, for telecommunications, for self-defense, for exploration, all the way to the outer bounds of the universe. All of those things are happening from the Space Coast, because now we have something happening all the time and kids can say, wow, look at it, it's right in my backyard.
Nina isn't exactly sure how she'll pursue aviation. She's just grateful her school gave her the chance to discover it.
If it's flying a plane, then that'd be awesome. And being able to grow in the sense that I was scared to do something and now I'm looking forward to the possibility of being able to do it is something that I'm like, wow.
For WGCU News, I'm Sandra Viktorova in Charlotte County.
The district expects the hangar at the high school to be completed in 2026. A second hangar at the airport, costing about $8 million, should be completed later this year.
Thanks for watching. We've got more great content for you, from news to the arts to the environment. So be sure to like and subscribe to WGCU's YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms for the stories that matter to you.